The 2022 Volkswagen Golf R variant. Performance and practicality are two words that rarely go together. More often than not we talk about the perfect compromise between the two, rather than the perfect blend. That doesn't stop manufacturers from trying to give us the best performing version of a normal car. Station wagons, in particular, seem to be making a comeback, and currently, Volkswagen is rigorously testing a more practical version of its Golf R, the variant. Regardless of which version we talk about, the people's car from Germany has always been a good all-rounder, but does the Golf R variant still has what it takes to compete? Drivetrain and performance. For more than a decade now, Volkswagen has been using exclusively 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engines in their compact and midsize performance versions. Naturally, the Golf R variant will share the Golf R hatchback's Turbo 4, which in this 8th generation is said to produce 333 horsepower. Torque will most probably be in the 295 pound-feet, 400 newton-meters to 310 pound-feet, 420 newton-meters range. Power will go to all four wheels via a 7-speed DSG unit. Rumors suggest that there might be a 6-speed manual as well. The 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint is expected to be in around 4.6 seconds. The competition isn't getting any weaker, so that 333 horsepower figure better be true. What's interesting is that we already know the Arteon R and Tiguan R have the same engine, but in these cars, it only makes 316 horsepower. It is possible that the 333 horsepower figure is exaggerated, or it could be that in the Tiguan, that engine is set up for more torque at the cost of horsepower. A common procedure when using the same engine both in crossovers and compact vehicles. Just like the hatchback, the Golf R variant boasts a lower, stiffer suspension, bigger wheels, and bigger brakes. Exterior. The spy shots show a sportier version of the Golf variant. Although it's been cleverly disguised as a Golf All-Track, the bigger wheels, brakes, and quad exhaust pipes give it away. You would expect the sporty station wagon to have the same distinctive design features as its hot hatch brother. Although the camouflage makes the Golf R variant design features difficult to distinguish, it is believed that the variant will indeed score the same aggressive design elements as the hatchback. Exterior-wise, even by disguising it as an all-track, you can still see that they've sprinkled some chili into the recipe. The R variant will most likely retain the typical for a Golf, subtle look, with a hint of performance. This would mean, bigger aero elements on the front bumper, a diffuser incorporating shark fins, and possibly that integrated carbon fiber spoiler that we see on the hatchback. Interior. Volkswagen is usually known as one of the more conservative manufacturers that don't like to make tremendous changes. The cliché, evolution not revolution, describes their philosophy quite well. That said, the new Golf interior has succumbed to the modern trends. Ambient lighting and digital instrument clusters are a familiar sight nowadays, but Volkswagen has taken it even further by giving us a buttonless interior. Like in most vehicles, many of the functions are controlled through the high-resolution touchscreen in the middle. But even so, every other button is replaced by a touch-sensitive surface. Being a Golf, practicality has always been in mind when designing each generation. The new 8th generation boasts a more spacious interior. The total interior space is now 71 inches 1,798 millimeters, or 1.9 inches 48 millimeters more than before. The additional length can be felt especially in the second row, with the increase of legroom. Cargo capacity is generous as well, with a minimum of 21.6 cubic feet 611 liters. Fold the rear seats and you get 58 cubic feet 1,642 liters price. The car is yet to come out, so pricing is still unknown. That said, the Golf R has always been in the high $30,000 to low $40,000 range. Cars are getting more and more expensive, with each new generation costing an average of $1,500 more than its predecessor. Add the same amount if you want the station wagon version of the car, and we are most likely going to be looking at a $40,000 starting price for the Golf R variant. Competition. See Cupra Leon Sports Tourer. In Europe, the Golf has a bit of internal competition, not one but from two family members, the Škoda Octavia and Seat Leon. The latter has always strived to give sportier, more exciting versions of Volkswagen automobiles. With the new Cupra Leon, the Spanish name gives you basically the same Golf R variant underpinnings, dressed in sportier clothing. The engine is the same 2.0-liter inline-4 turbocharged unit. You get from 245 to 310 horsepower, and up to 280 pounds 0 feet 380 Newton-meters. The Cupra can be had with front or all-wheel drive. You can also choose between a 6-speed manual or a DSG automatic. In top trim, the Golf's evil relative accelerates to 60 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds. At the same time, it offers nearly identical interior space. Cargo capacity is almost as generous, at 20.7 cubic feet 587 liters. Prices for the 310 horsepower variant go up to the equivalent of $46,000. Škoda Octavia VRS station wagon. The bestseller from the Czech Republic is another relative to the Golf, sharing the same basic architecture and drivetrain. The new performance version of the Octavia has a surprise under the hood. It ditched the usual 2.0-liter Turbo 4 for a plug-in hybrid drivetrain. The internal combustion engine is now a 1.4-liter turbocharged inline-4. Together with the electric motor, they send 245 horsepower and 295 pound-feet (400 Newton-meters) to the front wheels, via a DSG automatic. The 0 to 60 miles per hour time takes a bit longer than before, at 6.9 seconds, but the Škoda returns up to 158 mpg, 1.5 L, 100 kilometers, 3 times more than its competitors. Cargo space manages to dwarf the Golf, with a minimum of 22.6 cubic feet, 640 liters, and 60 cubic feet, 1,700 liters after folding the rear seats. Prices start at around $46,526. Read our full review on the Škoda Octavia VRS station wagon. Mercedes CLA shooting brake. Starting at around $38,000, the CLA shooting brake is a unique proposition in the segment. It's also, technically, the closest thing to a Golf R variant's direct competitor. For about $45,000 you can get the CLA 35 trim, which gives you 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet, 400 Newton-meters out of a 2.0-liter Turbo 4. With all-wheel drive and a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic, you get 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds, which is expected to be on par with the R variant. However, the sleek shooting brake design sacrifices practicality for style. With 17.8 cubic feet, 505 liters, it's not impractical, and it can go up to 48.8 cubic feet, 1,370 liters after folding the rear seats. Interior space is not as generous as the Golf though, especially in the back, where taller individuals may struggle. Overall, you get less practicality for more money. Read our full review on the Mercedes CLA shooting brake. Conclusion. The Golf doesn't really need an introduction. Regardless of its body style, it manages to incorporate practicality, comfort, good build quality, and in the case the GTI and R version's performance, while keeping the price relatively affordable. At the same time, Volkswagen and Audi are like two parents of a big family, and the latter invented performance station wagons. The Golf R variant, like before, takes everything that makes the Golf R a great, complete package and makes it more family-friendly.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.